What's up, everybody? It's Scott from ULTIMATUM.com. Happy Metal New Year 2015. However, we're going to be doing our top 15 from 2014. We're going to do a top 10. I couldn't keep it at only 10. Was going to do a top 20, and so that's going to take too long. So we're going to do at 15. However, I'm going to throw a few runners up in the bin here too. So runners up: AC/DC's new Rock or Bust. Great album from them. It's just, you know, I love AC/DC, but to say this album is better than, you know, the early Bon Scott stuff, it's just not. It's a good album, but to say it's a great album, I don't know. I haven't actually given it enough spin time yet to make it that or not. But a good album for sure. If I did a top 20, it would be in the list. Iced Earth, Plagues of Babylon. Classic American power metal. Really like this album. It just didn't stick with me as much as I thought it might. Again, if I made a top 20 list, it would be in it. Oh, this is the special edition, limited edition numbered. It's 380 of 500. I don't know what they call it, the bootleg edition or something like that, but also came with a sticker of the cover art in the corner. And some re-releases from this year. Deliverance, Weapons of Our Warfare, 1990. Super happy this finally came out on vinyl. It was released on vinyl in 1990, very rare. I do have a copy of that, but I'm glad it came out on, re-release on vinyl. Beautiful release that I was actually a part of for Rox Records. Mortification! 1990 release for the first time on vinyl ever. With the classic Lake of Fire cover. This album is just fantastic. I'm really super happy this finally came out on vinyl. For the first time ever on vinyl, Ultimatum, Heart of Metal. Black and green vinyl, released only 250 copies. These were pressed, and can I say, you know, super excited that this finally came out on vinyl, and I'm really glad that Rox Records decided to put it out in 2014. First time ever on vinyl, Kiss Alive, the Millennium concert. Fantastic release from Kiss. Saw this tour, the farewell tour with Peter and Ace, still in the band. Glad it's finally out on vinyl. Really should have been Kiss Alive 4 rather than, the Kiss Alive 4 that was released, which was the orchestral thing. But still, great record. The only thing I don't like about it, packaging's a little cheap. Should have been a gatefold. It was released as a single with 2 records shoved into one sleeve. And finally, runner-up, Kiss. And yeah, this is first time on vinyl ever, officially on vinyl. I'm sure the bootlegs didn't just do the thing, but one of those fantastic, 3D covers, kind of like the AC/DC I showed earlier. Yeah, great release from the original Kiss, although everybody knows the full Kiss didn't actually play on that album, but still, I like that album quite a bit. Saw the tour, glad it's out. And the last one here is from Portugal, Midnight Priest, on the Slaney Records from Ireland. Fantastic traditional heavy metal, new wave of traditional heavy metal band. If I had done a top 20, like I said, this probably would have made my top 20. So there you go. So now we're going to get right into the top 15 in reverse numerical order. From number 15, PYLON or PYLON. I'm told it's pronounced PYLON. Looks like Pylon to me. But regardless, this is another Rox Records release. This is fantastic doom metal from the UK. If you bought the first, I can't remember if it was 100 or 150, it came as an autographed, it's actually not the cover that's autographed, there's like a card inside of it that's autographed. So here's the cover, and then here's the card that came with it, see? And it is autographed in gold by the entire band. Fantastic doom metal, classic traditional doom metal. Number 14 was playing in the background, Vindicator, Sleeping with Evil. This is a 7-song EP, thrash metal, new wave of traditional thrash metal. Just great stuff. I think Vindicator is one of the more underrated thrash metal bands out there today. Vic Stone being their guitarist, vocalist, main songwriter. Yeah, great album from them, as you can hear. All right, number 13. Steel, Vengeance, Omniscience. Still Vengeance. Still Prophet, Omniscience. I can't believe I said Vengeance. Still Prophet, Omniscience. I'm reading a lot of bad reviews on this one. Don't know why. This is fantastic US power metal. I mean, this band just has their own distinct sound. They've been around since the 80s. They've got, what, 8, 9, 10 albums out now. This one needs to be released on vinyl. As far as I know, it's only been released on CD. But anyhow, Steel, Prophet, Galloping, U.S. Heavy Metal. Henrik Mathias, I believe his last name was, is back on vocals, who is the original vocalist. You know, he's just got that smooth, almost want to say Jeff Tate, but not really. Kind of that's a good similarity, but he doesn't sound like Jeff Tate, just has that same similar style. So what are we on now? Number 12. Number 12. HIRAX, Immortal Legacy. First studio album without, in a long time, without Glenn Rogers on guitar. But they did a fantastic job. We got Lance Harrison and on guitar, and Steve Harrison on bass. We're brothers. And Lance did a fantastic job. He wrote some fantastic riffs. And this is a great record. I'm not sure why it's not on more people's lists. It's fantastic thrash metal. HIRAX, Immortal Legacy. And we're on to number 11. One I would like to get on vinyl, don't have yet. HAMMERFALL, Revolution, or Evolution, can be either. I really think that the band got back to the roots on this one. Really, really good production on this one. Memorable songs, galloping riffs, heavy guitars. This is HAMMERFALL, like I like to hear HAMMERFALL. When I put this one into my CD player first, on the first listen, I didn't really like, it just didn't grab me by the jugular. Second, third listens, I couldn't get it out. I played it over and over and over again, which is the reason it made my number 11. HAMMERFALL, Revolution. And we're up to number 10. Brainstorm, FIRESOUL, German power metal band with an American vocalist, Andy Frank. Love this band. This is a limited edition pressing. I think there's only 250 copies on black vinyl. Had this one on CD and vinyl, although the vinyl came with the CD as well, as did the HIRAX that I showed earlier. Yeah, just, you know, it's power metal, it's European power metal, but it's not, you know, when I think of European power metal, I tend to think of, you know, Dungeons and Dragons and keyboard-laced power metal. It's not that at all. It's just heavy riffs and great vocals, fantastic guitar solos, and a tight, heavy rhythm section. Brainstorm, FIRESOUL, highly recommended. Check it out, 2014. Now we're into our number 9, right? Number 9, yeah. One that I really, really, really want on vinyl. Haven't got on vinyl yet. Do have the CD. OVERKILL, White Devil Armory. Honestly, OVERKILL usually makes my top 5 list. As much as I like White Devil Armory and have played it a ton since it came out, there's other albums I think I played more than this one. But I saw the band on this tour. They were fantastic. And then there's, I'm trying to think of the name of the song here. Bitter Pill. Bitter Pill, this was probably one of their cooler songs in a long time, and I believe it was a pretty lengthy song, if I'm not mistaken, about 7 minutes long. Regardless, great album from OVERKILL. They never disappoint. U.S. thrash metal, White Devil Armory. Alright, number 8. New wave of traditional heavy metal, Ambush with FIRESTORM. So we got Brainstorm with FIRESOUL, Ambush with FIRESTORM. Big surprise to me, didn't even know who this band was, and watched a few videos from some vinyl community members and saw it on, you know, them showing it and saying how great it was. Ended up doing a trade with LJ for this copy, and it ended up being one that I've spun several times. Great, memorable vocals and hooks, galore, heavy guitars, traditional heavy metal, you know, very Priest-inspired, but not a Priest clone. Just fantastic stuff from Ambush. Where are we at now? We are at number 7. Another one I'd like to get on vinyl, but have on CD for the moment. RIOT, Unleash the Fire. Of course, Mark Reality passed away, and I assumed that RIOT was done, but RIOT went on, and we have Unleash the Fire. Yeah, American power metal, speed metal even. Kind of has that sound. I don't know. It sounds like RIOT. I'm not sure how they did it without Reality on guitar, but it sounds like RIOT. And you've got your muscle-bound Johnny on the front cover as well. It's just an album that really surprised me, and one that I've been spinning over and over and over again. RIOT 5, Unleash the Fire. Down to number 6. October 31st, Bury the Hatchet. King Frehley and Company. Speed, heavy metal, speed metal, somewhere in the middle, thrash metal. Call it what you want. King's got that raw, gravelly voice, which is what I like so much about him. He doesn't have a traditional style of voice at all. He sounds like no other singer I know. Some people don't like him. I think he's got one of those love him or like him voices, you know, love him or hate him voices. Whatever. I'd rather have a voice that's love it or hate it than somebody who's just thought of as mediocre. And King Frehley is definitely not mediocre. So we got October 31st, Bury the Hatchet. And we're up to number 5, the top 5. Okay, so my top 5 for 2014. These are going to come as no huge shock to people who know me or have been watching my videos because, well, these are some of my favorite bands and some of my favorite releases from this year. So here we go. Number 5. Nevermore. Nope. Sanctuary. The year the sun died. People not sure why this is not on more people's top lists. It's a fantastic release. People complaining it doesn't sound like Sanctuary, it sounds like Nevermore. Of course it sounds like Nevermore. It's 2/5 of what Nevermore was, or 2/4 of what Nevermore was, depending on what year you look at it. Warrell Dane and Jim Shepard, 2 of the main songwriters of that band. I really didn't expect, you know, Refuge Denied Part 2 on this record. I expected an extension from either Sanctuary or where they left off with Into the Mirror Black, or with, you know, the last Nevermore release, and that's exactly what this sounds like. Kind of a mixture of Into the Mirror Black and Nevermore. But Warrell Dane's vocals, fantastic, you know, the production's great, the songs are memorable. I just couldn't get this thing out of my CD player. And in fact, this vinyl does come with a free CD with a bonus track that's not on the vinyl of Cover the Doors, Waiting for the Sun. Easy top 5 for me. Not sure why it's not on more people's top 5. Number 4. Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. And Priest definitely redeemed themselves from Nostradamus with this one. There's a reason that Judas Priest are the epitome and the definition of heavy metal, because they are one of the best, and this album is no exception. I was a little, you know, wondering would I like it without KK Downing on there, who, you know, was one of their songwriters. But honestly, it's still a great record. Sounds like classic Priest, and Rob Halford sounds great. You know, I mean, he's got some age on his voice, but I mean, really, I think he just sounds great. You know, I can't even say but. You know, it just sounds good. It's just solid Priest. Memorable songs. Biggest complaint, production's not quite the way I would have wanted it to be. It's not quite as full, but it's still a very good album. The songs are way above, you know, any minor complaints I have about the production. I've listened to it probably 100 times this year already. So definitely worthy of being in my top 5. Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. Kind of fought myself on this one. Which was I going to put on number 3 and number 2? These two could have landed either way, but I brought this one there because of one song. But number 3, Ace Frehley, Space Invader. Love Ace, love anything Ace does. He's just got his own sound, his own style, his own everything. He's Ace. Ace rules. And I love this record. Is it better than Anomaly, which I happen to have sitting right here? A lot of people says it is. I don't know. I think it's as good. I think it's consistent. I think Ace just continues to put out great material, and I actually think he's putting out better material than Kiss has been putting out in recent years. Just raw, heavy rock and roll. You know, Ace's signature sound. Don't have this one on vinyl yet. Looking to get it on vinyl, but definitely worthy of the top 5. And could have been number 2. Put it on number 3 because of the Space Cowboy. I just honestly don't think that that song, it just doesn't quite fit the album as well as I would have liked it to. Ace didn't quite make it his own. He could have done something as simple as changing the lyrics up slightly. Some people call me the Space Cowboy. Some call me the Gangster Love. Some people call me Ace. Something, anything. As it is, it's just kind of there, and it kind of bogs the album down just a little bit. Otherwise, I love the record, and I still like that song. I just don't think it's one of the best songs on the album. Ace Frehley, Space Invader, 2014. Number 2. Big shocker, I'm sure, for everybody. Ted Nugent, Shut Up and Jam. Sounds like classic Nugent. Simple, straightforward, heavy rock and roll. You know, just spit and fire. Hard rock. He's got Sammy Hagar singing on here on a song. He's got Derek St. Holmes singing with him. This just sounds like classic Nugent. You know, I'm a big Nugent fanatic. People know that, but this album right here just dominated my vinyl, my stereo player, my record player, my CD player. I bought it on both formats, and it's just been one that I've played non-stop for the entire year, and I'm still playing it quite a bit. Ted Nugent, shut up and jam. Number one, a bit of a shock for some people, I'm sure, because this is not a big name band, not a very well known band, but one that's been in my CD player constantly since it came out. Local band from Santa Fe, New Mexico, Savage Wisdom, A New Beginning. I mean, this album has just been one that I've just spun over and over and over again. You know, just because a band is not on a major label or isn't well known doesn't mean they're not good, and these guys are great. I probably bought 6, 7 copies of this myself and given it away to other people just because I like it that much. And yeah, these guys are definitely worthy. You know, if this album had come out in 1983, 1984 on Metal Blade Records or something like that, you know, they would have given bands like Fate 20 a run for their money, because that's the sound they have. Just that galloping heavy metal, slightly progressive, those high soaring vocals, memorable songs, galloping riffs, shredding guitar solos, and then just that heavy, you know, bass and drum attack that gives it the bottom end. Well produced, great album from Savage Wisdom. My number one for 2014, and that's it. Definitely check those guys out when you get a chance to. And if you don't buy their CD, they're a small local band that relies on people buying their stuff directly from them. I'm going to put a link to their website below, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed my top 15 for 2014. If you agree or disagree or thought I left something out, let me know below. And that's it. God bless. Stay strong.